What's going on, everybody? Y'all know who this is. The Vet 49. Well, week 2, preseason in the books. We got a little bit of a look of some of the first team offense today. You know, we had key pieces like Trent Williams and CMC and stuff like that not playing. But Brock came out. Brock looks good. Brock looks ready to go for week 1. Him and Pearsall seem to have a connection. Pearsall looks like he might take that jump this year. And the only reason I say might, and I'm not going to 100% guarantee that he's going to take the jump this year, is because anything can happen. You know, so we never know if he'll fully take that jump going into his second year or not. But as of right now, he looks on track to, you know, that he's probably going to take that jump. Brock led a scoring drive. I think it was like a 12-play scoring drive. Ended with a field goal, not a touchdown. That kind of sucks. But yeah, that, like I said, that part of it kind of sucks. I wish they would have gotten a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it is what it is. Brock came out and did what he needed to do. You know, like I say, he looks like he's ready to go. So I was happy with that. You know, I think he came out, started 4 for 4 on that first drive. So like I said, Brock looks dialed in. Brock looks ready to go. When this full offense is there, I do not have a problem with what this offense is going to look like at all. I really don't. With Trent there, CMC, Kittle, Demarcus Robinson, you know, Ricky Pearsall, all them guys, I'm sure it'll be all right. I do know at the end of that first drive, on the field goal, Pooney got his leg rolled up on and ended up exiting the game. They called it a knee issue, which really sucks. That's not good. I mean, it did show him later on in the game sitting on the sideline with no type of knee brace or anything else on. He seemed to walk off the field with no limp and stuff like that after he got rolled up on. So I'm hoping it's nothing serious because that would suck. Pooney is our right guard. We definitely need him. He was really good as a rookie last year, and I think he's just going to look good the whole, you know, this year too. He'll probably be borderline all-pro. But yeah, with him going down, you know, I hope it's not for an extended period of time because that sucks. Burford looked a little bit better this week. I mean, hell, all you can do is look better. You know what I mean? So Burford looked better this week, which is a good sign. You know, I don't know. He looked like dog shit week 1. He looked better. I'm not saying he looked amazing or he looked better than what he did. So yeah, there was that. We lost 2 more running backs this game. 2 guys got hurt. Kiner got broke off a big run, and then when he got tackled, it was either his ankle or his knee. They needed the cart that came out for him, so I'm not sure what the Kiner injury is yet. I haven't heard nothing on that. And then Patrick Taylor, I think, was a shoulder, so we lost 2 more. What up, JD? So we lost 2 more goddamn running backs in this fucking game. Kiner's high ankle. All right, cool. That'll be a few weeks, maybe a month he's out if he makes this team. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't. Taylor Jr. Allen's tough. I don't know. I don't think he was making the team. I don't know. But still, come into the game, we already had 2 running backs down. CMC wasn't playing just because it's CMC. And then you get fucking Taylor. Oh, okay. You know, I could deal with Pooney a few weeks because what you got week 3, and then you have a week break, and then week 1 starts. So I guess is Pooney will be back by week 1, which is what we need. We need Dom Pooney there. We need Dom Pooney, so we need him bad. But yeah, with the running backs, you know, we ended up finishing the game with Jeff Wilson Jr. and hell, I can't even remember the other guy. We're that deep into fucking running back. By the end of this game, that was 6, 7 deep. That's fucking ridiculous. We got to sign running backs just to finish the preseason. This is fucking insane, man. These fucking injuries. Going into the joint practice with the Raiders, we were 20 down. 20. And we get 3 more injuries this fucking game. I don't know what is going on, medical staff, training staff, what the deal is, but there is something that keeps causing injuries. You can't be a top 10 injured team for 9 years and it not be something to do with the training staff. You know what I mean? I don't know, it's some weird shit. That much I'll say. It's weird shit. But let's see. Mac Jones, when he came in, started out looking good, and then bang, he does what he did last week. He didn't lead a touchdown drive this time, but I don't think he did. He might have. Oh yeah, I think he did. Jeff Wilson got the touchdown. Yeah, that's my bad. But yeah, it's I don't know about Wack Jones. Like I said, he came out. He started looking good, and then bang, that interception happens. So I know he's going to be our backup going into the season. It is what it is. I will give some props. I'm not saying he's a good quarterback or nothing like that. I will give some props to Carter Bradley. He looked a little bit better this week. He made better passes. He threw the ball better last week. Holy shit, that kid looked like he shouldn't have even been on a high school football fucking team. It was that bad. But Carter Bradley looked a little bit better. I don't want to talk about him, but I got to. Jake Booty. I still think you suck, even though you drilled the 59-yarder to win the game. Whatever. But, bro, you almost missed the 26-yarder after missing, was it 40-something, 50-something? So you shanked 2 kicks. One because it was only 26 yards, even though you shanked it. It still made it in because it was so fucking short. But Moody's still not somebody I trust going into the season as a kicker. He's really, really not. Like I said, he nailed a 59-yarder at the end of the game. That would be a career long for him. I didn't think he had a leg quite that big, but whatever. But I think Moody's, with that 59-yarder, Moody secured his job on this team going forward. A lot of people had already figured before that, but I think Moody looked like shit. People can argue with me all they want, but I think Moody looked like shit today, and there's nobody that's going to change my fucking mind on that. So, it is what it is. The rookie Nick Martin, linebacker, he looked a lot better today, got himself a sack, had a few tackles. It looked like he played within the game today and didn't get too fucking hyper and run all over the goddamn place and overshoot everything. So I'm hoping Nick Martin keeps progressions, but yeah, Nick Martin looked a lot better today. Yeah, I get you, Jared. I don't know how Jake Booty still has a job here, but he's fucking garbage. Like I said, I don't care if he hit that 59-yarder. He's fucking garbage, and he could go to hell, in my opinion. But yeah, Nick Martin looked better today. Like I said, he wasn't overrunning everything and running himself out of place today. He made a few good plays. So I think if Nick Martin keeps showing this type of growth, he'll find himself being a pretty good sized contributor in his rookie year on this defense. Chase Lucas, there's a lot of people, even after week 1 preseason last week, that I've been listening to all week, they still think Chase Lucas is getting cut and not making this 53. But Chase Lucas just keeps fucking plays and got himself a sack and a pick today. He just keeps making plays and tackles. I think Chase Lucas, there's a possibility he makes this team and he's the backup nickel behind Upton Stout. I think Chase Lucas could end up being the backup nickel behind Upton Stout. The kid, just like I said, he keeps making plays. Seems to be a really good blitzer from the corner spot. He got the safety in week 1, and then today he got the full-on sack from the quarterback's blind side. So as long as Chase Lucas keeps making these plays, he's got one more game to go out and make some more plays, so that it makes it harder on them when it comes 53 cut down time, to cut him, because I think he has what it takes to be the backup nickel or be that number 3 DB that Saleh talked about, the first one off the bench. But we'll see. I think Demo had a bad game today. I mean, we all know he's our starting DB, but he could still have bad games. I think he had a bad game. That was not a good look. Who is it? Darrell Luter. Darrell Luter didn't have the greatest game. He didn't have as good a game as he had week 1. A really good game, putting clamps on Denver's number 1, Cortland Sutton. But yeah, I think Darrell Luter didn't have as good a game today. So, but yeah, a lot of people that have been flashing in camp and stuff like that were flashing today. Some people, like I said, I thought Lenoir didn't have that. For the short time he was in there, he didn't. It just wasn't his day. It's not a big deal. But he said he wants to be the best DB in the NFL. Well, if that's what you want, bro, you can't be getting trucked by rookie fucking running backs. You can't let a rookie running back truck stick you. We generated. I like overall how the defense played, generated pressure, got sacks, got a couple turnovers. This starting defense, when it's all together with Saleh and some of these exotic looks, Saleh's throwing in there just for preseason. These are basic. I mean, he's called the same cornerback blitz 2 weeks in a row, so he's not giving away too much. But I do believe he will more exotic blitzes in during the regular season. And when this whole defense is together, you get the guys like Bosa and Warner and all those guys out there and stuff like that. I think our defense is going to be fine. The offense, I think, is going to carry us at least for the first half of the season till a lot of these younger guys like Marquise Siegel and stuff like that, until they feel a little more comfortable, and then this defense takes that next jump. But I believe this offense will carry us. I really, really do. So, but yeah, I mean, we got to win. I know there's Niner fans out there happy about it. I could have cared less. If Moody missed the 59-yarder, it wouldn't have fucking mattered to me. We end in a tie. We ended in a tie last year. Who the fuck cares? It's goddamn preseason. On a fucking score. I was out there looking at different things. Like I said, the younger guys. So yeah, sorry, just checking my phone real quick. But Alfred Collins, you look like you took a little bit of a step back today. You look like you were getting moved a couple times, which, as big as you are, motherfucker, you shouldn't be getting moved in, bro. You're what, 6'5", 6'6", 331 pounds? Nah, bro, you should be a fucking anchor. Exactly, Jared White. Preseason wins are meaningless. Like I said, I use preseason to evaluate the youngsters and see how they're developing. So, and some of these other guys who are fighting for roster spots like Chase Lucas and stuff like that. And Chase Lucas every fucking week just keeps, what up, CPG? And Chase Lucas every week just keeps making fucking plays, play after play after play. He had like 8 goddamn tackles week 1. He had a PBU. He had the safety. I'm not sure how many tackles he had today. I didn't check that. But he had the fucking sack. He had the interception. I believe either he's our backup nickel or he could probably be both. He could be the number 3 DB and the backup nickel. He could be a first guy off the bench or whatever. But I think with the plays he's making and how big he's stepping up, I think Chase Lucas makes this roster. I really, really do. There's some guys that I see some of these Niner content creators talk about that they're saying as DBs should make this team, but I haven't really heard their name in preseason, like Jacob Robinson at that UDFA we signed out of BYU. Everybody's hyping him up about practice, saying like every day the kid registers at least 1 PBU. Where the fuck are you in these games? I haven't heard his name at all. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the kid's bad. I'm not saying the kid's good, but as a fan, if I'm listening to you and you're telling me how good this kid is and why this should make the fucking team. Come game time, I want to see it my goddamn self, so that I know what the fuck you're talking about. Because if I'm not hearing his name or seeing him make the plays or anything like that, I'm going to start looking at you motherfuckers side-eyed and be like, I don't think you motherfuckers know what you're talking about. And then I'm going to start getting that whole thing, oh, you just saying this shit for clicks. And that's all you are, is a clickbait motherfucker. And I hate listening to Niner fans and Niner content creators that are just clickbait motherfuckers that cry and say dumb shit just to get people to listen to them. Be honest. I mean, fuck. It's not that difficult. But yeah, like I said, I haven't really heard much of Jacob Robinson or seen that, but I do think Chase Lucas, I think he's secured himself at least a spot on the 53, because we tried putting him on the practice squad with what he's put on tape these first two games. He's not making it to the practice squad. Somebody will poach his ass before he makes our practice squad. And that's just how it is. So, special teams, as far as the returns go, didn't look all that great. I mean, they were just basic average-ass returns. I didn't really see any punts this game. Neither team punted. I do know after that Jake Moody miss, Hal went for, 2 or 3 times on 4th down. He didn't want Jake kicking the fucking football again after that. But then it got to a point where he just ended up having to send Jake back out there. To be honest, I'd still leave Jake Moody in fucking Vegas. I would have sent a staffer to the locker room to pack Jake Moody's shit and have it sitting outside the fucking stadium for him and tell him to walk his ass back to the Bay. Fucking bum. Fucking top 100 kicker. Get the fuck out of it. I am probably going to be pissed about that for years. But, overall, yeah, there's things to work on, stuff like that. But overall, I'm not too upset. It's the injuries that are fucking annoying and keep pissing me the fuck off. But overall, decent game. Niners, the guys playing for roster spots seem to step up, and things like that. And we actually got some turnovers today and some sacks. So it's good when you see the pressures leading to sacks, and, it's good when you see the DBs and stuff like that starting to get their hands on the fucking football. So even though one of the guys, that Mahoney, I don't think he makes the 53-man roster, safety, it got the last interception of the game off of Cam Miller for the Raiders, a player who I like. I liked him at North Dakota State. I think he's a decent quarterback. I'm not sure what he's going to do in the NFL, but, guy is a 2-time national champion. So, but, yeah, I just want to see the Niners, get healthy here, this last preseason game, because a lot of the guys that are going to play in this last preseason game next week is just basically dudes either on the bubble or guys fighting for roster spots. One thing I don't know if he should still be fighting for a roster spot. I think he should make this team. I don't know why Sebastian Valdez was in so late in the game. That's the undrafted DT from UW. For anybody that doesn't know, I think this kid's good. He's got the strength. 300-pounder. You can move the pocket. He's quick enough off the snap. He could beat the guards. I didn't think he should be playing in the fourth quarter of a preseason game. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe there's something else that the coaches might be looking at with Sebastian Valdez that I'm not seeing, that they wanted him in there in the fourth quarter towards the end of the game. I just didn't think he should be playing that late because, honestly, I think Sebastian Valdez should get a 53 spot. But like I said, it's just me, you know, just your casual fan who's been watching this team for 30 plus fucking years that, you know, is just giving my opinion on what I'm seeing, you know, so. But yeah, overall, you know, decent day. Like I said, there's things we got to work on. I completely understand that. It's preseason. Still got a lot of young players, so not everything's going to be fucking perfect. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit out here and bitch and cry and moan and all this other shit. I get it. You know, now if we have some of these problems into the regular season with all the main guys, CMC Kittle, Trent Williams, Brock Purdy, all those guys, then we have a problem. But I don't think we're going to. And like I said in the video, I believe until a lot of these young guys that are going to play a significant time on defense, until they get fully up to speed, which may be about halfway through the season, I really, really believe this offense is going to have to carry this team and win a few games by itself. You know, but I think they're capable of doing it. I really do. You know, like I said, some of the stuff like running game, especially in that first half we were seeing when the line was getting collapsed and things like that. We were doing too many of the outside tosses, the crack tosses going to the outside and stuff like that. With a running back that isn't built for that stuff. Patrick Taylor Jr. is more of an inside zone type runner, and we were doing the crack tosses going to the outside with him. Well, I mean, yeah, of course he's going to lose a lot of yardage. He's not that type of runner. He's give me the ball, go forward type of runner, not give me the ball, let me go vertically and then try to hit an edge and go. That's not Patrick Taylor's game. Patrick Taylor, straightforward, bang, go. Hit that outside zone, go off a guard's ass or whatever, and just hit a hole and go. You know what I mean? That's Patrick Taylor. But like I said, it's preseason. Maybe the Niners were wanting to see what they had in him as far as getting the ball to the outside and stuff like that. And then he ends up getting hurt and dislocating a shoulder. You know what I mean? So, and then Corey Kiner, he was a little promising as an undrafted free agent running back. He ended up getting cardio off because he got a fucking high ankle sprain. So he's out at least a month. At the very least. I mean, if we're going off what I've seen so far, I mean, Jordan Watkins, our rookie wide receiver, apparently after that first game had a high ankle sprain, and he's out a month. So hopefully he'll be ready week 1. That'll be another addition to this offense. One thing I noticed too, and I didn't see, and I don't know why, I'm going to have to figure that one out, but I kept hearing Jacob Cowing was back. He was in practice, things like that, but I didn't see Jacob Cowing in this game at all. Yeah, at all. I didn't see Jacob Cowing, and that's it's a little concerning because all I kept hearing all fucking week was how Jacob Cowing was back. So what was it? Unless he was in the game and just got no passes thrown to him. They didn't say his game once. So so yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out what the hell's going on with Jacob Cowing. I mean, damn, he couldn't have got hurt again that fucking fast. Well, never mind. Never mind. For a couple participate a lot of them because so and you know there's some of these guys that you weren't going to see playing a preseason at all. I mean, Trent Arms, Nick Bosa, shit like that. Bryce Hall, pretty good. He was showing some power instead of just speed rushing off the edge in the short time he was in there. So that's good. If he could add that to his arsenal, that'll be even better. That's what's up. So yeah, but I'm gonna cut this here. Like I said, overall good. We got a lot of shit to work on. I'm not one to hear who's gonna go into some 5-hour detailed breakdown of every fucking player on this game. Yeah, good. Go fuck your mother, Brandon. So that's really all I got. Just wanted to point out a couple things about this game that I saw. So I'll holler at y'all later, probably next week after the last game, just to see who makes this fucking roster. So I'm out.